What's going on, guys? ShadowX back at you for another Dokkan battle video, and today I thought we'd do something kind of fun and different on the channel. Lately I've been seeing a lot of Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo and these superhero character concept cards that the community has been making. So I thought it'd be a fun video to sort of go over these concepts and give you guys my opinions on what I think of what people are thinking and sort of seeing what they want these characters to look like once they do come into the game. So for free, I'm pretty sure most of these character concepts are going to be beyond broken and probably unrealistic, but it's fine. That's really how we want these units to be introduced into the game, right? Like, I expect Beast Gohan to be the best unit in the game when he comes, right? Legends did just finally release Beast Gohan, so it's clear to me that they have the green light to release all these big time characters into these games now, which is good. So I do expect a flood of superhero stuff to come to Dokkan and all these games finally now, right? So with that, let's go and jump into some of these character concepts. We'll probably do like 3 or 4 characters here. I don't want this video to go too long, but I do want to get a few of you guys' concepts in the video here because I'm very interested to see what you guys have to offer in terms of what you expect to see from these characters introduction into the game, right? So starting with this first concept here for Beast Gohan, looks like he has an entrance animation, so we'll start there. Let's zoom in here so we can see a little bit better here. So looks like his entrance animation plays when there's an ally whose name includes Piccolo, excluding Demon King or Pan on the team. Okay, raises attack by 18% and stuns the attacked extreme class enemy with this character's super attack for the rest of battle. So guaranteed stuns upon entrance animation is very strong, along with the attack buff. One thing I will note is that in difficult content where stunning is not applicable, that's going to be a useless ability. So if I was designing this entrance animation, I'd probably have it do a different effect just to have more relevance for the difficult content. But I do like that ability. I think that's definitely very strong for like Super Battle Road, right? That's a very powerful mechanic, and it's literally just for free, right? As long as you have a Pan or a Piccolo on the team, which if you're running Beast Gohan, you probably want to run. Like if you're running like a superhero team or something like that, that makes sense, right? So obviously, Pan and Piccolo aren't gonna have the most common links with Gohan, but for that situation, you can make it work. So I do like the entrance animation. Let's move on to the leader skill here. So Bond of Master and Disciple or Hybrid Saiyans, 3 key, 170% to stats, then the 30% additional stats goes to Goku family or movie heroes. So that is a very strong leader skill. One thing to also note with the way they've been handling these leader skills, for instance with Gamma 2 and Kid Goku, they have been introducing 3 categories and then the extra 30% to 2 additional categories, right? So Beast Gohan could potentially introduce 3 categories, so keep that in mind, right? So anyway, that is a very strong leader skill. Bond Master and Disciple Hybrid Saiyans with Goku family and movie hero, you could do a lot of powerful builds. Keep in mind, movie heroes is gonna get constantly buffed, right? So I think that's a very strong leader skill. Alright, let's move on to the passive here. So attack and defense 258% at the start of turn. Wow, that is crazy. I don't know if they're gonna go that high on the actual unit when it comes to the game, but please, by all means, dude, make Gohan stupid. Just break the game. Make him disgusting, please. Nobody is crying and complaining if Beast Gohan is the best unit in the game. I promise you, right? So he then gets an additional attack and defense 25% per key sphere obtained. So he's a nuker. That's that's a lot. Oh my god, that's a little bit too broken. On top of the 258% that he's getting, dude. And then the entrance animation attack buff that he's getting, dude. I think that's a little bit overkill already, but I like it. I'm with it. Okay. And changes a random type of key sphere int excluded to int, and then key spheres and a random type of key sphere int excluded to rainbow key spheres. So he's a double rainbow orb changer. That's really nice. Sort of reminds me of the original LR Kid Gohan, right? So, then he's effective against all types. Sure, as if he isn't getting enough attack buff already. What is this unit? This is ridiculous. Then he gets an additional 1 key and then attack 18% per rainbow key sphere obtained. Oh my god, dude. I, he's doing way too much damage, I feel like. Like, there's nothing in the game that's surviving this Gohan. So I don't think they're going to make him this busted, but I would not be opposed to him being this broken. Like, I would be all for it, right? Guards all attacks with 3 or more key spheres obtained. And he reduces damage received by 18% with 5 or more key spheres. So remember, he's changing his own orbs, double orb changing. So he's damage reduction, he's guarding, he's getting ridiculous defensive buffs, attack buffs. And then he launches an additional. He has additionals, great. Super attack, like, dude, does he need that? Like, dude, everything in the game is gonna be dead. And then all allies attack and defense 18% when attacking with 8 or more key spheres obtained, and then nullifies unarmed super attacks. So he's a support. He's getting damage reduction. He's guarding. He's double orb changing. He's getting ridiculous, attack and defensive buffs. He has an entrance animation. What does this guy not do? I mean, this guy is insane. I, I mean, I think personally, I think he's a little bit too overpowered. But I mean, if they were to make him this busted, they would definitely have to increase the level of difficulty in the game because, like, Cell Max would get completely one-shotted by this Gohan. Like, this would not be like a card that you would bring into Cell Max and struggle with, right? Like, I think this guy is a little bit too overpowered. Like, and keep in mind, this is a TUR. Like, this is not even. This is like, I feel like this is like an LR type passive, right? So I think this is a little bit too strong, but I definitely like the idea. This is a really cool concept. Like, if this is what Beast Gohan looks like, I guarantee you none of us are complaining, right? Like, just please make Gohan the best unit in the game. So his super attack effects here massively raises attack. Oh my god, yeah. Get used to seeing like 15 million attack stats turn 1, because that's what this dude's gonna be doing. And then he stuns, sure, because going into super battle mode, he's not good enough, so he needs to be able to stun everyone, sure. Like, this guy's not taking damage, he's killing everything. He is completely broken. Like, this is crazy. Links here: shocking speed, gaze of respect, cold judgment, all in the family, same lineage, same warrior race, and fierce battle. So, remember, cold judgment and all in the family, and same warrior race. Very good links for Gohan, and especially for, like, tech Gohan, right? Very strong link set. So, doesn't look like he has an active skill, but I mean, does he need one? Like, literally everything is dead in front of this Gohan. So there's the first concept here. I definitely love what this guy sort of came up with. Just Beast Gohan, just completely busted. I'm all for it. I love that concept. Very strong. All right, let's move on to the next concept here. So we have, I'm not sure who these are by the way. I wish it would say, but I'm not sure. So if this is your concept, maybe, let me know in the comments down below so I can tag you or whatever. But let's move on to the next concept here. So we have Earth's Strongest Ultimate Gohan, Lead Us Go here, Movie Heroes or Final Trump card, okay, 170%, and then the additional 30% goes to Movie Heroes. So no double buff on the leader skill there for the 200%, okay. Final Trump card and Movie Heroes. So I feel like a lot of these leader skills are probably going to be very similar, which is fine, I think these make sense. Movie Heroes, wait. Movie Heroes, why is he leading both Movie Heroes? Wait, what? My guy, you need to change this to something else. He's already leading Movie Heroes. Okay. I don't know if that's a mistake, but Movie Heroes and Final Trump card, you can make that work. Final Trump card isn't the strongest category. Definitely needs help, but we definitely need a new leader for that category, right? Our passive here, attack and defense 159%. Definitely not as strong as the previous unit we saw, right? 258% is just overkill, I feel like. We're not quite there in the game yet, but 159% at the start of turn is very strong. Plus an additional 40% when supering. Okay. Guards all attacks if there's a Movie Heroes ally on the team. That's nice. Very easy to fulfill. Reduces damage received by 30%. Launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack. Okay. So he's very strong. He's definitely not as strong as the first unit that we saw, but I think this is a pretty standard hit. I think you could probably do a little bit more with him. We always talk about the Mickey Mouse checklist, and I would like to have Gohan to have a couple of those things on there. Guarding, additionals, stacking, defensive lowering, attack lowering. stunning, sealing, scouter, damage reduction. I think Gohan needs some of those things. So I think this is a good like skeleton for a kit, but I think I want to see a little bit more here. So he also has a transformation, it looks like. If HP is 77% or less starting from the 4th turn, okay, very strong. Definitely not a terrible restriction. You will see that very commonly. What does his transformation do? Does it say? No? Is there another page? I'm not sure. Okay, I don't know if this is a finished concept. Is this just a ultimate Gohan? This might just be an ultimate Gohan. Oh, it's ultimate. Okay, it's not Beast. My apologies. I thought this was supposed to be a transforming into Beast. Okay. Um, Movie Heroes Final Trump card, Hyper Saiyan, Miraculous Awakening, Goku's family, Saviors, Bond of Master Disciple, Powerful Comeback, Bond of Parent and Child, and Rapid Growth. Okay. Not a bad concept for a TUR. I wonder what typing he is. That'd be interesting to know. I think it's a good skeleton. I want to see a little bit more here, but just because like we have to compare this to Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 and Kid Goku. I don't think this Goku, or excuse me, Gohan is on those characters level. So, for Ultimate Gohan that transforms into Beast Gohan, like I said, like I think he really needs to be up there in terms of like the best T1 in the game. And I don't think this kit quite cuts it. But I do like the concept here. Alright, let's move on to the next character here. So, another Beast Gohan. So let's start with the super attacks. I want to start with the Letus Go here. Um, Pond of Parent and Child, or Movie Hero, okay. 170% to stats, and additional 30%. So Battle of Fate. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely different. Pond of Parent and Child movie. Yeah. Okay. Um, Again, not as strong as the first character. That I think the first character is probably gonna be the strongest character that we'll see. I don't know if anyone's gonna top that, but it's a good leader skill. It's definitely in there with the better 200%. I would say you can do some interesting lineups there. Right, attack and defense 180% at the start of turn. Additional attack and defense 10% per attack received, up to 50%. Key 5 when launching a super attack. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack when there's another Bond of Parent and Child category ally on the team. Additional attack and defense 50% when there's an ally whose name includes Piccolo on the turn. Okay, on the turn. All links activate. That's a new mechanic when paired with ally whose name includes Piccolo. Oh, interesting. Okay. Huh. That would be an interesting mechanic. You just automatically get all your links to activate even if you're running a character that doesn't share those links. How would that work? That'd be interesting. Reduce damage received by 20% for the rest of battle when active skill is launched. Okay, let's take a look at the active skill here. It can be launched when 5 or more hits have been taken. Okay, so presumably you'd probably want this guy in slot 1 to get the active skill off as soon as you can, right? Massive Raise attack temporarily and causes ultimate damage. All attacks become critical hits for 1 turn. I do like active skills that have guaranteed crits. That's super powerful, right? Especially for characters that stack, because you can just build that up, right? So all allies gain guard for 1 turn. Oh my god. Okay. Dude, I actually like this concept because they're introducing new mechanics. All links can just activate. That's pretty powerful. And then all allies gain guard. Okay. I mean, you could essentially get this active skill off turn 1, right? Just put this dude in slot 1. There's no like HP restriction or character restriction. I do like the active skill. That's a unique ability. Brainiacs, same way race, the same lineage, all in family, prepared for battle, full judgment, and legendary power. Oh, this is an LR. Okay, cool. A super int. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely liking this kit. Definitely new mechanics. I always like when they introduce sort of new concepts on these characters. Yeah, I think this is a pretty interesting concept here. He looks very strong. Again, does he compete with like Vegeta and Trunks though? Like, we're gonna want Gohan to be, you know, up there, on that level. So that's sort of like who we need to compare, right? So let's look at the super attack effects here. 12 key stacks defense, okay, and then 18 key stacks attack and defense for 1 turn. Okay, so He has additionals, does he not? Additional attack. I just become a super attack. Yeah, he does. Okay, so yeah, he's gonna be stacking that defense on the additional, right? That's a good mechanic. You guys, if you're running this guy in slot one, you want him to build up that defense. That'll be very important for him. Additional attack defense 50%. Yeah, I definitely like the all links activating. I think that's a pretty interesting mechanic, even with a character that doesn't share those things. Because then you don't have to worry about like pairing a specific character, right? Um, Categories here: Hyperstanding, Full Power, Transformation Boost, Goku Family, Bond of Master Disciple, Exploding Rage, Rapid Growth, All Out Struggle, Miraculous Awakening, Entrusted Will, Battle of Fate, Bond of Parent Child, Movie Heroes, Saviors, Connected Hope, Powerful Comeback. Yeah, definitely on a lot of strong teams. You can get a lot of solid play out of this character. Again, I like these Gohan units to have active skills and transformations. So I do want to mention that as well, right? So definitely a very cool, interesting concept. I do like how he's sort of interpreting new mechanics with this unit. I want to see more of that into the game, right? So cool concept, my guy. Whoever made this. Let's move on to the next character here. So we have an orange Piccolo here. Okay, physical type. All right, let's go here. Giant form. Giant needs a new category lead badly, so I'm with it. Or Bond of Master and Disciple, 3 key and 170% stats, plus an additional HP attack and defense 30% or 30% to accelerated battle. Okay. Yeah, guys, remember, don't be afraid to include more than one category on the additional 30%. They are doing that now, so I want to see a little bit more on these leader skills, right? Especially with this new difficult content meta that we're in. They're gonna have to make these bosses a lot stronger. So don't be afraid to make these characters beyond busted. I'm okay with it, right? So super attack here, he greatly raises defense for 1 turn, causes immense. Passive here, power gifted by the dragon. Okay, 2 key, 150% to stats. That's very helpful, especially for Piccolo units, right? Because Piccolo units typically don't have the best links, so anytime they can get key is always helpful. Then he gets an additional attack and defense 50% when performing a super attack. Reduce damage received by 10% per attack received, up to 50%. Okay, so he needs to take 5 hits to build that up. Okay. Attack defense 100% at the second or third attacker. Performs an additional super attack. All allies 2 key and attack defense 30%. One thing I will say is I definitely love units that do different things when they're in different slots. I've always been a big fan of that mechanic, just because it gives you a different way to utilize and play with the character, right? You're not just forcing them to be in slot 1 every turn, right? Depending on the situation, like what if you're running in an event and they get locked in slot 3? Well, now they're actually useful because you can actually activate part of that passive if it requires them to be in slot 3, right? So I've always been a fan of that sort of like mechanic and that sort of style, you know, like that part of their passive where it allows them to do different things in their kit depending on the rotation that or the slot that they're in the rotation, right? So um I think this is a pretty strong kit. um Again, I want to see a little bit more. Today's passives are literally novels, so I think you could probably include like some stuff from the Mickey Mouse checklist, right? Don't be afraid to do damage reduction, scouter, guarding. I mean, he has damage reduction, right? Yeah. Don't be afraid to have notifications and their counters, whatever. Just I think Piccolo should just be a tank. Like I think that's the best way. You make Orange Piccolo a tank, and then Beast Gohan just an all-out like killer. I think that's like the way. If that's the way I'd want them to introduce these characters, personally, me. Because if you're running them together, you just run like Orange Piccolo in slot 1, taking all the hits, and then sort of like Beast Gohan doing all the damage, right? Like because they're gonna work together, obviously, right? So I guess that's sort of the way that I'm thinking about Orange Piccolo and Beast Gohan, but we'll have to see once they come in game here. So looks like he also has an active skill here. Giant form transformation condition can be activated when HP is 58% or less. Okay, no, or higher, higher. Okay. Oh, okay. Um, what does it say? What it does? Just transforms. Is there more? Okay, yeah. Here's the transformation. Okay, so Giant Slam. Greatly raises attack temporarily and causes destructive damage. Okay, so he's gonna hit pretty hard, right? Is he stacking attack? I forget. What is he doing? This is a UR, right? Okay, yeah. Regular is defense one turn. Okay. Um, I think I like if he's greatly raised attack and defense, just to help out on that active skill. But again, I think this is more of a defensive build from what I'm seeing, right? He has damage reduction. Um, he has different utilities in different spots in the rotation. Yeah, he's a support as well, which I like. I don't know if like Beast Gohan is gonna need the support. I mean, I guess it depends on like what characters you're running alongside him. This could be an interesting build, right? Passive skill, a long forgotten strength, 4 key, and perform critical hits. So again, as I mentioned, definitely love these active skills that allow guaranteed crits. That's very strong. Cool concept. Definitely love a defensive style build for Piccolo right here. So let's check out the next and probably last character we'll look at here on this sort of character concept that you guys have for Beast, Gohan, and Orange Piccolo. Alright, so let's go here. Superheroes or Hyper Saiyans, 3 key, 100%. And additional goes to accelerated battle, so pretty much the same leader skill that we've been seeing. Very strong in my opinion. Definitely can get a lot of different variety of characters and team builds there. Super attack effects here. Really raise attack and defense for 1 turn with defense. And most of them are int, so you guys are really wanting Beast Gohan to be int and Orange Piccolo to be physical. That makes sense, right? Just for the whole color of like the aura and their actual like character color, right? I'm with it. I dig it. All right, so passive here, 3 key, 200% defense, no attack. Okay, I mean that's a strong start already, right? Because he's greatly raising attack and defense on super attack. Remember that. Then additional attack and defense 100% as the first attacker in the turn. Okay, so slot 1 there. Plus an additional attack 80% when attacking. Okay. Um, Guards all attacks when facing an artificial life form or movie boss category enemy. Um, Keep in mind, all of the difficult content in the game right now is all villain characters. So I feel like you're gonna be able to get that pretty commonly for now. That's not a terrible condition. It is a little bit restrictive, but as I mentioned, with all these very difficult bosses being villains, that's not a very difficult restriction. I'm okay with that. Attack defense 100% when there's another Goku family, or the name includes Piccolo on the rotation. Okay. I would prefer just being on the team instead of just rotation. That restriction just sort of limits this Gohan. I feel like being on the team is really what we're looking for. It's just less restrictive, right? He has a high chance to perform an additional super attack, and then active. Oh, okay. So that's a 70%. So he has additionals. He guarding. He's getting additional buffs with certain characters on the rotation. Um, Again, very strong. Again, like we have to compare these builds to Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, right? Kid Goku. I need to see a little bit more. Like these are strong builds, but I want Beast Gohan to be the best unit in the game. So again, I want you guys to sort of like be a little bit more innovative and just just go like ball out for Beast Gohan, bro. Like make him stupid, right? I'm not saying these are bad concepts, but I'm expecting a little bit more. Active skill here, full power, special beam cannon, massively raise attack temporarily and causes ultimate damage, or critical hits. So sort of a very similar active skill to a couple of the other previous cards we looked at, right? Conditions here can be activated when there's a superhero category whose name includes Piccolo attacking the same turn, disables enemy action for 1 turn. Okay, so obviously with this build you want Piccolo next to Gohan to fulfill conditions in his passive and to help him with that active skill damage, right? Disable enemy action for 1 turn. I'm assuming that's a nullification. Not entirely sure what he's inferring to with just disable. I mean, is that just the like move? Okay, I get what he's talking about now. So it's that turn nullification. Okay. Um. So it looks like you want this guy in slot 1 and then Piccolo in slot 2, I guess. right? Because you want this part of his passive as first attacker in the turn. That's going to be important for him, right? Because he's not getting attacked at the start of turn, so you want the extra attack here. So, um, interesting build. What is the attack is pretty high. I will say that he's got a pretty strong attack. So he's going to be hitting pretty hard, right? So these are just standalone, straight up beast, openings. No interest animation. Okay. Very cool concept. I'm with it. Definitely like sort of the different unique ideas that you have going here. I just want a little bit more. And then, did we take a look at this guy? Yeah, we did. Okay, so very cool concepts, you guys. I definitely am digging all these different ideas you have for Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo. As I mentioned, once these characters come to Dokkan, I expect them to be the best characters in the game by far for free. Please, like, nobody is complaining if Beast Gohan is disgusting, right? I promise you, we're all eating good if Beast Gohan is one turning everything in the game, right? So let me know what you guys think of these concepts. If you guys have any concepts of your own, maybe link them down to me in the comments below and I'll check them out. If you guys like this sort of content, I'll do more of it in the future for new units that come out. But definitely, I wanted to get this in just because we're finally getting superhero stuff into the game. We've only been waiting for the last 5 months now, so it's very exciting. Definitely super excited and looking forward to Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo, Cell Max, all these unique characters, Gamma 1 and 2, finally coming into the game. So with all that being said and out of the way, let me know what you guys think of this video. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.